Hi, today's topic is CSF and nervous system. Now see the contents. What is CSF? Composition of CSF, circulation of CSF, analysis of CSF, functions of CSF, and as usual, test yourself. Here one picture is given. You can see this third ventricle, lateral ventricles, brain, skull, fourth ventricle. Through this region, CSF basically passes. So these are all under the CSF system. Now, what is CSF? Cerebrospinal fluid or CSF is a clear plasma-like fluid that bathes the central nervous system. It occupies the central spinal canal, the ventricular system, and the subarachnoid space. And CSF is predominantly secreted by the ependymal cells of the choroid plexus. You see that CSF is predominantly secreted by the ependymal cells of the choroid plexus of the ventricles of the brain and absorbed arachnoid granulations. There is about 125 milliliter of CSF at any one time and about 500 milliliter is generated every day. So every day 500 milliliter of CSF is generated. It acts as a cushion or buffer, providing basic mechanical and immunological protection to the brain inside the skull. Now, if we see about the composition of CSF, then we can see 99.13% is water and 0.87% is solids. So under solids, we can see that organic substances and inorganic substances are there. Under organic substances, proteins, amino acids, sugar, cholesterol, urea, uric acid, creatinine and lactic acids are there. And under inorganic substances, sodium, calcium, potassium, magnesium, chlorides, phosphate, bicarbonate, sulfates are there. If we see 1 cubic mm of CSF, then we find 6 lymphocytes. Okay. Next, now we are talking about the circulation of CSF. You can see here the picture of the brain. See, and here within that I will show this flowchart, and also here you can see that, see, some blue color is going on. Through that portion, basically the cerebrospinal fluid is going on. See here that lateral ventricles, from there to foramen of Monro, from foramen of Monro to third ventricles, then from there cerebral aqueduct of Sylvius, from there it comes to the fourth ventricle, from the fourth ventricle to the foramen of Lusca and Magendie, and from there subarachnoid space, from subarachnoid space to arachnoid villi, and then to venous drainage system of brain. That portions are basically seen in this section of the brain. See. Okay. As you just see just the before slide, it is a broader aspect of that picture only. Here you see the green light. This, it is basically a flow. Okay, this green, see, this way CSF is flowing. Okay, CSF is flowing through the various parts of the brain. Just now I discussed about regarding this thing in this previous slide. See, next, if we see or if we analyze this CSF, means normal CSF analysis, you can see here that pH is 7.4, that is neutral pH like blood. Daily secretion is 450 to 500 milliliter. Specific gravity is 1.006 to 1.007. Lymphocytes 1 to 5 per HPF. Normal chemical examination, that is protein 15 to 45 milligram per deciliter, glucose 50 to 80 milligram per deciliter, chloride 115 to 130 mmol per liter, calcium 1.0 to 1.40 mmol per liter, phosphorus 0.4 to 0.7 mmol per liter, magnesium 1.2 to 1.5 mmol or millimole per liter, potassium 2.6 to 3.0 millimole per liter. And it is written here that it is normal microbiological examination, no pathogenic microorganisms. Means if any person is suffering from the meningitis, then there are certain changes in the CSF, as you know. Okay, but this is the very normal CSF analysis, basic analysis, okay, without any disease. Clear? Functions of CSF. Acts like cushions and protects the CNS from trauma. If any injury happen from outside, then brain is protected as CSF is present here. Next one, provides mechanical buoyancy and support for the brain. Skull, under that brain is present, within that. Okay, so in between there means skull and brain, within that CSF is present. So any pressure or anything happens from outside, it not affects directly the brain. At first the pressure comes to the skull, then if the pressure is too much, then it is carried by the CSF. So soft tissue of the brain is saved. Okay. Next, serves as a reservoir and assists in the regulation of the contents of the skulls. As you know that in our body also so many cells are there, they also need the nutrition. Like here also the same thing, serves as a reservoir and assists in the regulation of the components of the skulls. Nourishes the CNS, the same point like third point, that it gives the nutrition. Okay. Removes metabolites from CNS. Again, just think about the cell or any metabolic activities. After that, what happens? Some waste products are produced. So that waste product has to be removed from that places. Otherwise, what happen? Toxicity will arise. So here it helps or it removes metabolites from CNS and serves as a pathway for pineal secretion to reach the pituitary glands. It serves as a pathway for whom? pineal secretion to reach the pituitary glands. Thank you. If you are new to this channel, then subscribe this. Okay.